Greetings, family. Welcome to another one of your Frank 26 YouTube videos. It's good to be with you again. It is the 11th of September, 2019, 9/11. It's amazing how time goes by fast, huh? I welcome you to our study of the Iraqi dinar. Thank you. We do not offer you a date for this study. We do not offer you a rate for this study. And everything that I'm about to say on this call is nothing more than my opinion about this study. We have a team that we put together and they do a very good job. And I communicate with them and we bring you their information in an opinionated way. Yeah, we show you articles and whatnot, but even when we do, we still want to establish ourselves as 100% in our opinion. I'm so sorry. My life is one in which I'm constantly being communicated with. So if my thoughts are a little fragmented here, it's because things are coming in. They're always coming in. These knuckleheads are doing something constantly. That's why we're in white. Let's talk a little bit, in our opinion, about some issues that are directly related to our investment study or indirectly, at least tangible. Yesterday, I thought we were done with our conference call. And Walking Stick calls and he shares what I shared with you. And that's why we called our UB2B today, update your notes. We intend to update your notes. We barely covered it last night, but we'll go into it a little bit deeper today, all in our opinion. And yesterday we also talked about some other things that were related to our study of the Iraqi dinar. Let's continue with maybe like about 6 or 5 hot spots that I believe deserve our attention. Here we go. Do you remember yesterday when we were talking about President Trump and the idea of I'm so sorry. It's hard to concentrate on one thing when I'm trying to do 3 things here at once. China. China came out and they said, "Looky here, we've got 90 or 100 tons of gold, and we did it because we want to talk with Donald Trump." Well, that's impressive. That's impressive. And the reason it's impressive is because I said, in my opinion, that the president, Donald Trump, is using the country of Iraq and the new monetary policy of Iraq as a tool, as a weapon, as a fulcrum, whatever you want to call it, to swing some amazing deals with many countries around the world that have just been very, very impolite, very, very selfish. They didn't care about other countries. And as far as the product that they sent to other countries that they sold to them, just put it together the best you can and send it to them. There was no pride in their quality. There was pride in their quantity of what they sold to somebody. The Iraqi dinar undervalued. We froze already? Just for a
It's going
second?
again, yeah.
Okay, you know what? Let me know when that happens, so I'll stop for a second.
Okay.
We've, oh, what did I say? Oh, God. This is my problem. There's so much in my head that if I stop my train of thought, I have to restart.
Undervalued.
China, undervalued. Iraq's currency is also undervalued. And we're seeing that the President of the United States is going to many countries and he's talking to them about their currency. You know, that it's undervalued and you shouldn't do that in international markets because you're taking advantage of those that you're dealing, doing business with. Raise the value of your currency. Also, back it up properly. Back it up properly. So China says, okay, we got 100 tons of gold. That's a lot of gold. Yeah, and we did it because we want to talk with Donald Trump. That's impressive. Well, thank God that you came to your senses. And then today, China again, ring-a-ding-ding, hello. Hey, Trump. Yes. What's up, China? Hey, you know what? Why don't we just sweeten the pot a little bit, and we'll buy more of your agricultural for us. All right. Yeah. Let's continue to make these deals. So it looks like by October the 1st, China might actually be in a position where the United States of America might do something about the tariffs that we put on them. Why? Well, because they've done what we're asking Iran, Iraq, Russia. We're asking China, all these countries to play fairly with your currency. Put a real rate on it. Don't keep it subpar to hurt other countries when you do business with them. And back it up. Not just with your bark, not just with your words. Back it up. Let me see some assets. Wow. 90 tons of gold. And then when I stopped to think about it, that's about the tons of gold that Iraq has. Actually, they got like 10 times more than that. But they're not, proclaiming it as the assets for their monetary reform right now. But I wouldn't be surprised if the next thing we see is another country telling us, yeah, we've raised the value a little bit. Just, yeah, we added more gold. And that's why November of last year, I brought you my friend John with fantastic gold and silver prices. They're the best out there, I think. Anyways, and I couldn't tell you. Even in my opinion, I didn't want to, talk about it. We lost the Three Musketeers because I told them don't talk about the dollar being backed with gold. Don't do that. Not right now. I must have, maybe, I don't know, hurt their feelings and they left and that was the end of that. But it is, it is what I requested. Because about a year, not even a year, within the year later, around November, I bring you John. December, January, February, March, April, May, all these months go by. And then we start to see about 4 or 5 months ago where these countries that Donald Trump is talking to, they all tell Donald Trump, up yours. We ain't going to do that. We've been fine all these years. Why you coming in here and breaking our cookie jar? What's the matter with you? The last thing we want to do is lose our position financially, internationally. You, America, you've been, we're bloodsuckers. All of us are bloodsuckers. Who do we peg to? Huh? Who do we peg to? Okay. We're back?
Yes.
Okay, we're back. So, who do we peg to? We peg to you, the American dollar. Ain't nobody, well, the euro maybe, but that's tanking. Give me another one I can peg to. All right, so you see, yeah, you guys are superpowers, and we admitted it. And you think you would just leave us alone? No, no. But we're your bloodsuckers. We've been draining your country, your taxpayers' dollars forever. Around the turn of the century. Shoot. Whenever we need something, America will do it. Because America wants to look good. America is the Christian country. America, wants to keep their superpower status. America wants to keep their position at the IMF and the World Bank, at the UN, and all these places. Yeah, America will do it. Well, fine, let America pay the bill, and America has paid the bill, but no more. No more. If we, the United States of America, do not fight back now, when are we ever going to fight? So we got this president that all of a sudden is ruffling feathers. And what's he doing? He's taking the money away from those that were stealing it. And he did it by going to the countries and telling them no more. No more. You're going to do it right now. No. We have treaties with you. We have agreements with you. We have Iran. We have nuclear treaties. We ain't got nothing with you. Yeah, I know. That's why we take advantage of you. But you better follow the letter to the agreement that we don't care about. You understand, USA? You understand? You understand, USA? You infidels? You understand? No. I'll tell you what. About faith. You know what? It's our turn. Up yours. So China comes out yesterday and they say, we got a bunch of gold. Good for you. Why? We want to talk to Trump. Oh, okay. On a level playing field. Yeah. And today they said, hey, Trump, we'll sweeten up the deal. Yeah, we'll make it sweeter. We'll be involved with more of buying and selling of your agricultural. Well, that'll make our farmers happy, won't it? Because our farmers have been going through hell for the last 20, 30 years. If it wasn't for corn, I don't know what they'd be doing right now. So thank you, China. And what did we tell you, family? About 4 months ago. I know what the other gurus are saying. I don't care what they say. But I want to say this. The tariffs that Donald Trump has put on these countries is a shock to them. It's like mom and dad for the very first time taking Junior out to the woodshed. Sometimes a little, less sparing of the rod, and a little more discipline. Because I tell you, boy, these countries really got spoiled. Anyways, so China seems to be on board. Iraq, are you guys on board? Well, you see what we're doing. Yeah. Based on the intel the opinion that we formulated last night. Yeah, you seem to be, okay, that's good. So Iraq and China, you guys, like we told you, family. I told you so. Who else? Kimmy, where you at? Oh, there you are. Kimmy. What's up, buddy? Hey, how you doing? Here, hold on. Here, let me help you. Get on top of that. Kimmy, what's up, buddy? How do you get your hair cut that way? Do they use a bowl? Is that... Anyways, what's up, Kimmy? What's up? I hear you wanted to talk to me. Yeah, let's talk. Okay. What you want? Uh, uh, I want to talk to you, Mr. President. I want to hold talks with Washington D.C. Sometime this month. This month. Before this month. All right, Kimmy. If you want to know more about that article, post number 58, in our forum, please enjoy. What did I tell you that Kimmy would do? He would come running to President Trump and literally beg him, please, can we talk? What did I tell you about China? You know, they can bark all they want, but the truth is right in their face. Oh my God. We are on the brink of economic catastrophe. You know what? Maybe we should pay attention to this Trump. Look what he's doing. Look at his economy. He did it in the first year. We don't have to listen to everything he said. Let's go check him out. And then Kimmy also the same thing. I want to talk. Mr. President, I want to talk. When do you want to talk? I want to talk to Washington, D.C. No, I said when? No. Before the month's over. The month of September? Yeah. Interesting that you said before the month's over. You can get off that soapbox now. Okay. Talk to you later, Kimmy. Who else? Well, we said Russia too. Russia! How you doing? We're okay. Russia, did you see the deals that China got? Did you see the deals that China got? That big oil deal. What was it? I forgot how many already. I forgot how many oil fields they're going to drill. I think it was 80. But yeah, China. Way to go. You got yours, didn't you, China, huh? You're going to get more too, by the way. It's coming. Kimmy, you ready to get some? You ready to get some? You want some? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. We'll see what we can get you. You see, Kimmy, you're actually in a very good strategic position. You keep this up and we might be able to use you. Russia, you're next. What? Post number 95, family. Post number 95 for this one, for Russia. Russia, what's up? We're doing good. Did you see everybody else start getting theirs from the agreements, the deals that Donald Trump made with those countries that are playing fair now with their currency? Yeah. You guys aren't making a stink lately. I've noticed that. You guys aren't even invading anybody. You're not even invading yourself. I haven't seen you fire off a rocket in a while. You guys are really behaving for the last 2 years. Did you get yours? Da. The what? No, da. Oh, da. You mean like yes? Da. Okay. What'd you get? Not much. Come on, what Trump get? Trump, he's hooking everybody up in this, before this month's over with. I don't offer you a date. You understand that, okay? Although I do have a date with the IQD. Russia, did you get yours? Duh. What'd you get? A $45 billion deal with Iraq. Oh, vodka, caviar. $45 billion American dollar deal? Yeah. Did you get any dinars? What? Okay, never mind. With Iraq, huh? Yeah. Who brokered it? Mr. T. What you talking about, fool? No, the wrong one. Oh, that T, Mr. T. Okay. What's it for? We, like what China got. We can also dig for gas and oil. Good God, we need it, especially in the wintertime here. It's cold. It's cold. $45 billion deal to get oil and gas out of. How come you never got this deal before with Iraq? Mainly because we were a pain to everybody around us. But you know what? This Donald Trump, Russia we actually said this about, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago. That Donald Trump is going to change the world. If he keeps doing this, he's going to change the world. He changed us. He changed China. Did you see what he did with North Korea? How come your other presidents couldn't do this? They could, Russia. Oh, they could. But they chose not to. The 3 major banks in Iraq, Rahadin Bank, Rashid Bank, and the Trade Bank of Iraq. If you notice, 3 weeks ago, Delta comes in and he says, Frank, do I tell the family? Go ahead. Family, I communicate with Trade Bank, and they've been telling me some things. So Delta shares it on our form. We come in and we start telling you about Trade Bank of Iraq that's hooking up internationally with a lot of businesses, other banks, stock markets. And today, the Trade Bank of Iraq did another thing that, just screams. I don't need to exaggerate. I want to be constructive. They did another thing that very simply proclaims them to be international. This is one of the 3 major banks in Iraq, and they're telling the world that they did this? How you do that? How you do that, Trade Bank? What? Post number 46. Members of KTFalways.com. Post number 46. We need the picture for Jan. We need the picture for Jan. Did we print, Jan?
I put it right here.
Thank you. I just work here. The Trade Bank of Iraq comes out today and they said, you know what, we're going to partner with Dananeer Funds. It's a $100 million investment portfolio that you might want to consider. Well, Trade Bank of Iraq, that's an international step, maneuver, a position, whatever, that you agreement that you did. How did you do that? How did you partner with Dananir funds with and such an astronomical number? Well, obviously it's because you're Article 8. Ain't no sense no more playing around. Ain't no sense of going around pretending. It's no secret. Bravo, Trade Bank of Iraq. Bravo. If I had, well, what's your ROI? What? A ring-a-ding-ding, a ring-a-ding-ding. Hey, buddy, how you doing? Do me a favor, look up Dananeer, Dananeer, funds. I want to know everything about them first, and then I want you to go over to the TBI. Yeah, my Iraqi investment. And I want you to look to see that the TBI is actually linked or in partnership, that they really invest $100 million into this fund. I want to know, because they say that they're now selling these funds. And you see, when you play Monopoly, this is a very valuable piece. Get back with me. Give me the report on the Dananeer funds, and then give me the report on the TBI. And if it looks good, I'll get back with you. I'm not. Yeah, this is. Yeah, it's. Yeah, you look into it too. Thanks. Take care. Bye bye. Do you want to play? Do you want to play Iraqi Monopoly with me? Would you like to? What I'm about to show you is strictly in my opinion. I am not no finance manager. I'm not a stockbroker. I'm not licensed. I'm not anything. I'm Frank 26. Nice to meet you. And I studied the Iraqi dinar. And Iraq is about to explode economically. And apparently these funds know it. So I want to show you how I would play Iraqi Monopoly. Because it looks like I can. Or it looks like I'm about to. I don't know. Let's see. I'll wait till the camera holds it up and see if they can see it there. Alrighty. Yeah. I guess as long as I write up here in this area, they'll be able to see it. What's the very first thing that's going to happen once the monetary reform, is disclosed in Iraq? Well, it's going to give the country, their budget, their projects, amazing funding to accomplish all of that. And even now, the doors are opening up for the investors to come into Iraq. They just started last week, by the way, doing that. In the month of September. So, what would be the very first thing that I would want to get my my investments into in Iraq? A country that is about to explode economically. because their monetary reform is about to bring their dinar to play fairly. To play fairly. Did you ever think that what Donald Trump was telling, China and all these other countries, to play fair with their currency? Did you ever think that Donald Trump was telling that the same thing to Iraq? Yeah, he was. They got permission early this year to do this, to lift the value. Why prolong it? Why do it when you think you were told to do it? Granted, sovereign country, it's your prerogative, you call the shots. But you really could have done this a long time ago. The number one thing that, in my opinion, is going to be affected in Iraq, first of all, is all the banks in Iraq are going to be busy. You see, the citizens of Iraq are going to be coming in and doing an amazing amount of business with them. When they pick up their new currency and coins, they're also now going to be in a position to be able to get loans at very good rates. The investors that are pouring into Iraq are going to go to the banks of Iraq, and their money will be converted into the Iraqi dinar. The banks and the private banks in Iraq are going to, in my opinion, explode. And there are many of them, but you don't want to spend your nickels and dimes on the small banks, because the small banks go to the big banks of Iraq to get what they need. What would be the next thing? Okay, so I'm an investor. I've come into Iraq. My money, the first thing, okay, boom. We've got our company in here. Let's start building. Building, construction. Alrighty, construction. I bet you somebody's going to say, oh no, he spelled it wrong. He spelled it wrong. Is that right?
Yes.
He spelled it wrong. Look, he spelled it wrong. Anyways, yeah, construction material. Like bricks. Like nails, concrete, lumber, all kinds of good stuff that they need to build steel, copper. Construction companies. There's quite a few of them in Iraq. I think that they're going to do very well soon. All righty. The investors are in, and they're starting to build. And they build the building. Now what do we do? Did you put electricity and gas in the building? Is it wired? Is it plumbing? All that stuff ready to go? Okay. I agree. Okay. All right. The electric companies, the gas companies, because that's what's going to go in all of these apartments, hospitals, civic centers, all these federal buildings. Yeah. These two companies are going to do good, don't? Okay, what else? Well, now that we've got these the buildings up and we got all that in there, telephone companies. But there are no telephone companies in Iraq. So you would have to find, we've been talking about telephone company for quite a while here, haven't we? So let's just say phones slash communications. That can be Wi-Fi, it can be telephones, that can be, all kinds of stuff that these buildings, these businesses are going to be using. All right, what's next? I think we got the building set, it's constructed, we got all the stuff inside of it, we're ready to go. What do we do? Oh, put people in these things. Okay. So the next thing would be human beings. What about human beings? Well, the buildings, all the construction, the workers, all the people coming in, they all have to be covered by insurance. Okay, so there's a lot of insurance companies, but not too many in Iraq. So how do you find out which insurance companies are covering Iraq? See, I'm not here to tell you how to do it. I'm just pointing some things out. That's all. Besides, you already figured it out. That's why I'm saying squirrel. Everybody's looking that way. What's the next thing? I forgot my dots. There's a dot right there. I need my dots. Gotta have my dots. Oh, I lost a dot. A dot right there. And I gotta get my dots. If you ever see the movie The Book of Eli, you'll understand why dots are important to me. Anyways, dressed in white at the end, is he? Anyways, it turns out that the next thing, we've got insurance companies that cover the buildings and the people that are inside. Okay, now, what about the people? Where are they going to live? How are they going to get around? Oh, wait, hold on. Not too much all at once now. Live. So housing industries, the real estate industry. Ooh. Okay, so homes for all these people, because they don't want to live in those, rundown homes anymore. They got money, honey. Homes. And what was the other thing I said? Forgot. What do you mean?
Homes, hotels.
Oh, yeah. Homes, hotels, condominiums, apartment complexes, all that good stuff. The real estate industry. Where? Real estate. Okay, so now you got all these people living in there. What's the next thing? How are they doing, by the way? Are they bored?
No.
Okay. Are they playing with me?
Yeah.
They coming up with ideas?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, let me see. We got the buildings. We got them all set. We got the stuff inside of it. Okay, we got the equipment, the communicate. Okay, the insurance for the companies and the people and everything. Okay. Now the people, to make sure that they're living somewhere, and with the the real estate industry. So what would be the next thing for the people?
Somewhere to eat.
Eat! Not somewhere to eat. Eat! But I like what you said though, Tink. Why not? But here's what I'm going to say. I would look up every grocery store. Groceries, that's G. Groceries, G. R O
C.
C.
E.
E. R.
Y.
Y. Yeah, groceries. Or maybe like
Listen.
Huh?
A restaurant.
Find out if Sam's Club is going there. Or what's the other one? Costco. What's the what's the little store? Not
Myers?
Myers.
Well, that's local here.
Yeah, that's true. That is local. What would be one that would be a store that carries everything?
Piggly Wiggly.
Piggly Wiggly that's from the southern belt down, from the Mason-Dixon line down.
Walmart.
Walmart is a good example because they're Chinese based and they would go anywhere. In fact, China will. Sam's, Walmart, Costco. You get the point, right? These people that are doing all this, living now in these homes, they need to eat. You might as well throw in here as well the restaurants. But I can't see you, throwing money in a restaurant. No, this has to be an industry. The margin has to be wide.
Starbucks?
Starbucks! Oh, yeah. Yeah, that Starbucks would be more towards the bottom.
Like in a mall.
The bottom of our list. That's next. What'd you just say?
A mall.
Did they say it?
Uh-huh.
What's the number that's next? Number 7, we're going to black. Number 7, we go black ink, and we go number 8 here. That's exactly right, ladies and gentlemen, according to my notes. Yeah, shopping. Malls. In other words, it's screechy.
He said Krispy King donuts.
Krispy Kreme?
Yeah, Krispy Kreme donuts.
But shopping, they got to buy clothing. They got to buy washing machines. They got to buy. Do they use lawnmowers out there? No. They got to buy camel pooper scoopers. They got
7-Eleven.
camel pooper scoopers. That's funny. It's not. I'm not being derogative. It's just funny. That's all. Okay. Shopping. So you get the point. Well, I'll stop. There you go. This thing can go on and on and on. Obviously, the longer the list is, the less priority of those items on that list. Let's see. Did we get this up here? You got it? Okay. You see it? Okay. There you go. There you go. There you go. And there you go. So I hope you enjoyed playing Iraq Monopoly with me, because the other reason why I did that is to illustrate that this is not necessarily me being comical or facetious. This is me being realistic about what is about to happen to Iraq. Their economy, that which we just drew out, it's about to explode. And the citizens are going to get purchasing power. And on top of that, the citizens are going to have so many jobs. Wow. A lot. I mean, the spectrum will be what you want to be, what you want to do. Hey, we got it. Come on. Yeah, they're going to have purchasing power. They're going to have money because they have a job. They're going to reinvest in their own country. This place is going to do well. And the Trade Bank of Iraq, today, when they reached across the pond internationally and partnered, come on, man, partnered with Dana Neer funds. Yeah, it screams very clearly what's going on. As far as the ROI, I don't care. This is ground floor. And you don't It's rare in a lifetime when you can actually find the first floor of anything to invest in. Oh, I got a really great stock. What is it? XYZ. Really? Why are you showing me this stock? Because you know that bald-headed guy that that has that horn on the news? He says this is the stock to get. Why would he tell you that? Because that's what he does for a living. He tells you what stocks to buy. Yeah. It doesn't make any sense. What do you mean it doesn't make any sense, Frank? I believe that if he has a stock that he feels by his study of great potential, the less he talks about it, the more profit it is for him. To tell the world would mean no profit for him. Therefore, he's telling the world about this potential stock because when the world goes to see the stock, they'll see, oh my gosh, look at the growth. But what he's doing is that he's pushing it. Are we back?
Yep.
Now I have to redo. I don't know where I left off. In my opinion, what he's doing is he's telling everybody, drawing attention, look at this stock. And they see, oh, an impressive record in a short amount of time. Yes, because it is peaking. And what he's doing is telling you, look at the stock, you'll invest in it, and you'll push it up to the top. But then it'll start to come down. And he accomplished his mission to make extra money by telling you to go look at a stock that's climbing. Tell me about a stock that's in the dungeon. And let me invest in it. And let it be profitable for me. And then I will listen to you. But I'd rather not listen to somebody that's trying to use my money so he can make money for himself by pushing a stock that's already going up in the first place. If you're a stockbroker, I'm not no insults, right? Okay. I'm just very frank about it, you know what I mean? That's funny. No, my name is Frank. I'm very frank about it. Just be frank about it. So that's impressive, in my opinion, what the trade bank did. Made me talk to you about the potential growth of Iraq is amazing. Hey, Tink, will you go get Charlie's stuff? Okay. All of Charlie's report, all of his report. Okay. Thank you. Meanwhile, family, do we still have time to talk? Do you still feel, holy cow, it's been over an hour. I'm so sorry. I was doing, okay, let's speed it up. Another trivial thing to talk about. I told you I'd give you 6 hot points tonight, hot spots tonight. Remember, we said that the citizens, we brought in that lady, we called her Firefly CC. And Firefly CC says, I'm getting pings on my Zane phone. Really? From Trade Bank? Really? From Trade Bank? Yeah. Trade Bank is doing well. And the pings, hey, looky here, we got a promotion today. Thank you. Hey, looky here, you want to make a loan? It's a low interest rate. Thank you. And then the last one that came in was this past Sunday at 5 o'clock in the morning. Article or post number 59. Post number 59. It says that the banks in Iraq are testing messages to be sent to the citizens on their phone by text. Can I say it, Tink?
Yes.
I told you so! Okay. Anyway, so, how about one more little hot spot? You want to? Post number 45. post number 45 at ktfalways.com, not at some other site that copies and takes it over there and you read it there and you think that I put it over there. Stop it. Come home. Come home. Oh, I love this. There's going to be a meeting. And it's going to be in Kurdistan. Now, when you think about this, it should fit. It should make you smile. There's private banks in Iraq are all going with the Minister of Finance, the Minister of Economics, the whole regional government of Baghdad, and the Minister of, did I say Finance, Economics, regional, and Minister of Planning also. All these private banks are going, and with these guys going over to Kurdistan to have a meeting. What do you think they're going to talk about? Every private bank in Iraq. Gosh almighty, that is so cool. You better believe that our friend Walking Stick, his firm, will know about this. He said they own private banks. It doesn't mean that we'll share with you what we learn, but if you know, I measure it all out. Alrighty. You know, this does not really have anything to do with the Iraqi dinar in our study, but if you don't mind, it bodes well with what I believe that Donald Trump is doing internationally with countries around the world. Although in this case, it was more of a disagreement with what's happening in Afghanistan and Russia as well too. But the President of the United States of America dismissed Bolton this morning. Now, Bolton says, no, I handed in my resignation. Trump says, no, I fired him. Okay, you know what? I don't care. It's odd. First of all, Trump, it's really odd, in my opinion, that you even selected him. You know that the man is stubborn. You know that if the man walks into a room with 10 people in that room, you know that man, you know that he feels superior over all the other 10. There ain't nothing that they can say that is going to impress him because he knows the answer to everything. And you knew this. You knew his stench. And he was probably helping you, but for some reason, he doesn't see you as the president. You're a peon. He's the president. He's in charge. And of course you had to let him go. There can only be one president. And we have to follow you. You're a commander-in-chief. Even though we don't like it. I mean, it's a choice between dumber and dumber. But you are the president. And to let him go, I think, was the right thing. Because his agenda for the United States, you know, security-wise, national security, was not your agenda. And your agenda right now is doing something with many countries and their currencies that is tangible to the Iraqi dinar monetary reform. And I just tied all the pieces together to make one long rope. Pretty strong, isn't it? So, Bolton, thank you for your service. God bless you. Go on. And Trump, pick somebody better. You don't want to pick me. We'd be way beyond Mars by now, sir. People don't know why you want Zimbabwe. I told them why you want Venezuela. the rare earth minerals that will protect the ship. But now you have to go farther, and people don't understand that in Zimbabwe, who cares about the damn diamonds? There's so many diamonds, and it's just the family. What was that family that I forget their name? Lloyd, whatever. They run the diamonds. Diamonds have no value to us. But you talk about minerals, lithium, titanium, but most of all, the rare earth minerals to protect our ships. They're only found right now Japan, South America, and Africa. I wish I could invest in that. So that's your trivial stuff, and I guess I'm going to read to you Firefly's report. Would you like that, or do you want to stop because we've gone way over tonight? I'm sorry, I apologize. See what they say, Tink. What do you think? In the meantime, I get my notes down here.
Okay. Please.
Huh?
They said please.
They said, please go away. Oh, okay, thank you. Have a good night, and it was nice being with y'all. Want to see something else? Ring-a-ding-ding. You can do this, by the way. Ring-a-ding-ding. Ring-a-ding-ding. Hello? Hey, Trade Bank of Iraq. Yes? I'm interested in opening an account with you guys. You are? Yes, I am. That's good because right now we have specials. You do? Yeah. Would you like? Yes. I send. Thank you. Bye-bye. What does a fax machine sound like? I forget. Oh, okay. This is nice. Oh. So the Trade Bank of Iraq is telling me, somebody internationally, that, hey, you guys want you want some gifts? You guys want 150,000? 150? What's that? 100? Good God, it's 150 million dinars. That's a good present price. Yeah. First price 2.5 million. Second price 100. Yeah, it says here that the winning citizen. This is for the citizens inside of Iraq. The winning citizens, but I can also, my goodness, isn't that amazing? I can go and open up an account and be a part of this, huh? The winning citizen receives their estimated prize in the 6th monthly drawing. It's a semi-annual draw for the 3rd season of a worthy deposit certificate held. And then it puts the dates. Congratulations to the winner. La 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 la. It's all Arabic, and there's the pictures of the people that won. Okay. It's fascinating how the banks in Iraq are reaching out and very successful communicating with the citizens of Iraq. Alrighty, that's enough. And what I'll do now is just read to you Firefly's report. By the way, Netanyahu, thank God you're okay. Alrighty. You see, I just don't want no problems. I mean, thank God you're okay, sir. But I don't want no problems in the Middle East. Somebody does want problems in the Middle East. Ladies and gentlemen, I am going to read you actually 2 reports, one from yesterday and one from today. These are our Firefly, as you all know him, O'Day. You remember yesterday I told you that they were supposed to come back on the 10th, and I said, yeah, they tricked everybody because we knew that the 10th was a holiday. We knew what they were doing. They're stretching for whatever reason. Today's the 11th. Did you read anything about the government sitting down for some tea or anything? Good morning, Mr. Frank. It's been a while. This is yesterday, Monday. It's been a wild couple of days over here, Sunday and Monday. It's been a couple of wild days over here. The government, our government, they're shutting down all businesses. They shut down our businesses. All these businesses will be shut down on tomorrow, today, the 10th. I'm so sorry, tomorrow, which was yesterday. On the 10th is when they were shut down.
Today.
Well, babe?
Today's the 10th.
See, that's the problem, because the 10th for them is come and gone, and that's when they were shut down. Today's the 11th, isn't it?
No, tomorrow's the 11th.
Dear me, and I introduced us as the 11th of September.
No, not yet.
My deepest apologies. My brain doesn't seem to remember things that are not important. And today's date is not important. To me, you know, yesterday and today is like one day. I'm sorry. Anyways, this was yesterday's report. And they prepared to shut them all down today. So let's do this again. Good morning, Mr. Frank. It's been a wild couple of days over here. And our government is shutting down all businesses. They're shutting them all down on tomorrow for the funeral and the remembrance. And on television, we hear just for 1 minute that Mahdi will meet with China at the end of this month and will lead to economic revolution here in Iraq. That sounded like our call for tonight. And will lead to economic revolution. Economic revolution, I like that one. Here in Iraq. Then, Mr. Frank, for 5 minutes, they're timing it for me. Then, Mr. Frank, for 5 minutes later, the television now is showing that Mahdi time as the prime minister soon to end. We told you. They're showing on television that Mahdi time as prime minister soon to end, and he will be dismissed. Dang, they make us look good. Then one day article saying, in other words, just for that one day. Then one day article saying, deletion of zeros, not good idea at this time. Caca. Remember, we talked about it yesterday. This was yesterday's report. Not good at this time. But the very next day, Mr. Frank, the CBI got, and you didn't see this because there was no article for this. You see, first, you get the article from the CBI, Alak himself saying, we're going to lift the 3 zeros. And if you don't like it, up yours. Then, the following day, some government jerk comes out and says, no, it's a wrong idea. No, shouldn't do it right now. No. And on that same day, which you didn't get any articles about it, on television, oh, pardon me, it says the next day. Here, let me show you. It says the next, but the very next day, CBI Governor Alak comes out. He comes back on television saying, "Hey, something matter with you?" No, he didn't say it. He said, "Hey, the CBI is still counting their 5-part plan to jumpstart Iraq economy. The billboards too also are showing that message again from the CBI." And Alak banks closed early here today and will be closed all day tomorrow. No, all day, all day, tomorrow. The television also showing Mr. Frank a lock and also showing the financial committee saying the plan to send the 2020 budget to Parliament is now set for November. That's brilliant. I wish I could talk to you about that. I'm not in the mood. It's good though. I mean, think. September, October, and then this. The budget, November of 2020 budget being full. I mean, it is full of investments. See? The economic reform is about to explode because the monetary reform is going to launch it. You got the monetary reform, the economic reform, and the investors coming in, all being lit by one match. It's called Article 8. Anyways, what was I still talking about? 2020 budget being full of investment. My God, it's full of stars. And help also, they say, for the unemployment. So Sadar, shut up. I told you, Sadar. Anyways, also on TV, they say we are waiting on the passage of laws for Kurdistan to get their 17%. Still showing Baghdad officials saying and promising the Kurds that this will happen for them. This will happen for Kurdistan. Mr. Frank will send more. Just been a lot of confusion here. Do you hear that? What I tell you yesterday? Mr. Frank, we'll send more. There's just been a lot of confusion here on TV, but we were glad to see the CBI and Allah back on today talking about their plan. Thanks, Mr. Frank. We will send more. I mean, that's exactly what we talk. I mean, look at that. They're citizens and they're confused, but yeah. So I told him, I said, confusion is being introduced on purpose in these final days. I want you to thank him for his report. Okay. And now, this morning's report. Now, we told you that the 10th, which is today, was going to be a holiday, and that they kind of tricked everybody when they said that they were going to come back on the 10th. So with that in mind, watch this. Good morning, Mr. Frank. Firefly77 called and said today is a holiday and that everything is closed. Their markets are closed. And there's very little news on the television today. They're showing movies, and we see no special news report today. None. Even the billboards, Mr. Frank, are dedicated to Ali's death. And the meaning of this holiday for Iraqi citizens. Yeah. But there's nothing on the billboards today or the television about the CBI or the ATMs or the cards. Just holiday information. Yeah, just bored. Holiday information. The banks closed today also. We will go tomorrow, but today it's just a real ghost day. It's just a real ghost day here in the streets, and there's just no news. We just got movies. We will send anything that we see that changes. Thank you again, Mr. Frank. Then I sent him a quick little note, and I told him, I said, I'll pass on to him and tell him that Walking Stick said that he is about to see the visual aids and the coins and the new small category notes. And Eddie says, I'll be looking. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. You had yourself a report. I'm going to start making this long list. I started it on this paper here, and we talked about it a little bit yesterday. These are the phone calls that just drive me local. Hey Frank, what? The Zimbabwe? Stop it. Oh, okay. Hey Frank, global currency reset? Stop it. Okay. Frank, the 800 number, you got it? Stop it. Okay. Hey Frank, do you know anything about a LOP? No, stop it. Okay. And today, hey Frank, what? Do you know any? Are you part of the tiers? What group? What tier do you belong to? First, second, or third tier? Tiers? What? You mean like levels, steps, sedimentary level layers? What are you talking about? Tiers, Frank. Look, if you keep this up, there's gonna be plenty coming out of my eyes, man. What are you talking about, Frank? This guru. He says that if you're not part of the tiers, you're not going to get a chance to cash out anywhere. That's funny. What, banks in America are in business just to stare at you? And you mean somebody took control of all the banks and all the money exchanges and all the places in the United States, and they do, kidnap them, and they're there for business. They're not there for monkey business. The banks in the United States of America are going to open their arms, well, most of them anyways, the big ones at least, and they're going to welcome you in. The private banks that mirror image the CBI, that are satellite banks around the world, come on in. Come on in. You're telling me that somebody is telling you that you have to be a part of some organization, and then what is it, 1 million people are going to go, and then 2 million people, and then 3? How's it going to work? He says, no, it's just a few thousand people that are going to get to be part of this. If you're not part of it now, Frank, I'm sorry, all those dinars you got, nothing. And you believe this? Yeah. Well, then you're going to believe that there is a stupid tree. So go outside and get me a stupid stick off that tree so I can hit you with it, stupid. Because that is beyond stupidity. What do you think banks are in business for? And then there was one more. Ring-a-ding-ding. Hi, this is Frank. Can I help you? Hey, Frank. What? Do you realize that you have to be a part of a group in order to cash out? You talking about the tiers? No. You talking about the humanitarian project? No. The Indian reservation? No. The admiral, the captain, the whatever? No. What are you talking about? Frank. Only because I like you, okay? Hey, listen to me. Listen to me, Frank. I can get you in. I can keep. Hey, I'm a made guy for you. You a made guy, okay? Come on. Follow me. Bring your dinars with you. Hell no. Stupid. That's like saying, hey, if you're not going to my church, you're not going to heaven. If you're not going to my church, you're not going to heaven. If I don't belong to your group, I'm not going to be able to cash out the dinars, right? Right. Do you realize do you realize the war that this could cause if they played those games? Now stop playing these games too and calling me about it. So ladies and gentlemen, we add that to the list of Zimbabwe GCR 800 numbers, LOP. Now we have tiers, and now we have special groups. We'll see what else you guys call me on. I hope you've enjoyed your conference call for tonight. Actually, I call it my Yubi Tubi. My Yubi Tubi. If you need me, my name is Frank. My phone number is 419-283-2552. That file has been sitting there. And last night, actually Friday night, we opened it barely. And I kept as quiet as I could Saturday and Sunday. I said, I'm leaving. And then yesterday, walking stick called. And so tomorrow, we'll take, tomorrow, what we're going to do is we're going to take our little styrofoam easel board, whatever this is that I got here. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take the month of September, and we're going to trifurcate it. You got the first week, you got the second week, and then you got the third week. And then we will tetrahedral the structure by putting a fourth side to it. In my opinion, I want to fill in the blanks tomorrow. God bless you. Thank you for being with us. All honor and glory to our Heavenly Father. And I'll see you tomorrow.